You can trust God because he's the rock and he never lies. Let's talk about that.
It says in Deuteronomy 32, "The rock, his work is perfect. All his ways are just. A faithful God without bias. He is righteous and true."
It's really crazy how much bias we see in the world today. It seems like everybody, and literally everybody, has some kind of bias, some kind of preconceived notion about how they think everything should be. And when it comes to that point, a lot of times they're completely illogical about it. Like there's no logic that supports it. It's just the way that they want things to be, and if other people don't see it that way, then they dismiss those people as being illogical when they themselves are the ones who are being illogical. We've seen this over and over and over again with COVID and masks and vaccines and all that kind of stuff. And oftentimes it just simply comes down to what a person's preference is. If they want things to be a certain way, then they dismiss other people who don't see things that way. We have all this bias, but God does not have bias. God has no preconceived biases. All of his beliefs and all of his commands are completely logical and true. And anytime our thoughts don't line up with his thoughts, it's because we're not seeing things logically. All of the commands of the Bible, while sometimes they rub us the wrong way, are actually completely logical when understood in their historical and cultural context. Now, sometimes the Bible's commands are taken the wrong way because we don't understand the context in which those commands were given. But understood historically, God has no biases. All of God's commands are completely logical. And he doesn't show favoritism. God loves all people, regardless of race, gender, fill in the blank. God loves all people equally. He has no bias. All this to say, all of God's ways are just and faithful and true and righteous. And we can trust him. We can trust his word, and we can know that he is telling the truth, and that all of his ways are true, and that all of his commands are for his glory and for our good. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow.